strikes by my window, hits my chest right in the morning.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day today. So today we are back at the channel with another speed build and also another house tour at the end of the video. And today I am finally building a high school. So this is the first high school that I ever built for The Sims. When the high school expansion pack dropped, I actually didn't do a high school. I did do a house with the early access that I've gotten, but I didn't really felt like doing a high school at that point. I just wasn't really inspired. But lately I am feeling very inspired, and I thought, let's do a high school for my personal save. And then of course record it for you all and put it on the gallery for the people who want to use it. So yeah, very excited to show you all what I created. I'm very proud of what I did and how this high school looks. I definitely had no idea how I wanted my exterior to look. I did had like an inkling on how I wanted the floor plan to flow. I knew I needed my classrooms very close to like the entryway and the cafeteria, so that is definitely what I did for this build. And I also knew that it needed to be contemporary because that is a style that I love to build with. So it's a contemporary like a contemporary school, and I called it, as you saw from the title, the Modern School of Arts. So the reason why I went with a School of Arts theme is because of my daughter Selena. Selena is in her final year of middle school. She's 18 years old right now. She is following the path of graphic designer at the moment. And, you know, after this year, she will be going to another school. And we picked out the School of Arts for her. So we are gonna go to an open door day this week, and we're gonna see what kind of curriculum there is for her. She is actually interested in two different like educations. Either she wants to continue her graphic designer path, or she would like to switch to game development. She's still a little bit on the fence because, of course, game development does come with a lot of programming and coding and such, which she doesn't have that much experience in. But she is also more interested in like the graphic part of the game development side. So yeah, we don't really know what these like educations entail, and that's why we are gonna go to an open door day this week and see, you know, what it's all about and what kind of education it is. So I'm really excited about that, and that is also the reason that I thought, let's do the School of Arts in my Sims game as well. So her school definitely does not look like this school, by the way. It is very contemporary, her school, but also very ugly. If you ask me, it's very square. It doesn't have a lot of, you know, little things going on, and that is normal for a school. A school is built for functionality and not for an exterior, you know, that it looks good. Although some schools does look really, really nice. But this school definitely was built for more the functionality, to have everything that the students need. But yeah, definitely inspired by my daughter again. They're always my inspiration, which I love. So for the exterior, I didn't really know how I wanted everything to flow. So you will see me add in different little parts over the speed build, just building up the exterior until I was to a point that I was happy with how it looked and that my floor plan flowed the way I needed it to flow, because I knew that the build didn't have to be too big. Gameplay wise, you could better have a smaller school than a larger school. I did game tests or play test this school, and it worked perfectly. My Sims did everything that I wanted to do in the school and they didn't need to walk miles from one place to another, which also was a plus point. So gameplay wise, this school really flows very well and plays very well as well. So yeah, if you're looking for a school that is not too big and plays nice, this is the school for you. Instead, if you maybe like more traditional schools, then I'm sorry. Although definitely on my list right now, because I had so much fun building this school, I want to do another one, and then a little bit more traditional, maybe like more in like the Brightchester vibe. School would be really nice. So yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun creating this one. So yeah, anyways, that's basically it for this section. We're just gonna play with the exterior a little bit more. So the cafeteria is gonna come in this section over here. As you can see, I already mapped out a classroom on that side. And then on the other side, we're gonna have another classroom. I am gonna implement some computers as well, because like I said, this is the School of Arts, and here in Belgium, the School of Arts also gives you the opportunity to follow game development. So I added in a computer room upstairs for, for the Sims who want to program and work on that skill. I'm also adding in a library for the Sims that want to study. There's gonna be an auditorium as well in the basement and a basketball court outside. And the reason why I added those two in is I also wanted to play out my High School Musical dreams. So I needed, I needed someone to be into basketball and then someone to be into like singing and drama and such. So yeah, there is an auditorium in the basement and a basketball court outside. And I had a lot of fun creating the both of them. They are functional. I did test them out. You can sit in the auditorium. My Sims actually did go there. And I think it's because I added in the stars from Get Famous, like the floor stars. So the Sims did go there and look at them, which I loved because that made the room a little bit more functional and used. And also the basketball court is functional. They didn't automatically gravitate to the basketball court, but you can have your Sims play basketball on the lot, which I thought was really nice. So yeah, I did really like that little aspect. And for the library, again, you can just have your Sims study there. Maybe a study date with, with the Sim with their love interest would be really fun. So yeah, I really like that. Oh, and also added in a headmaster's office because I did need to add in a headmaster's desk. So there is a headmaster's office, and there's also a teacher's lounge as well. So an area only for the teachers, which I thought was really nice as well. So yeah, I think this is like almost the final shape of the exterior. We are gonna add some little things here and there, but yeah, this is definitely almost the final shape. And then we're gonna do wallpapers, and then we're gonna start finally with the interior. So the speed build part of this video is gonna be around the 42-minute mark. For the people who don't like long speed builds, I did add in a timestamp in the description of the video where the house tour is gonna start. So if you're only interested in the house tour, go to the description, click on the timestamp, and it will take you there because we're definitely touring the school. So I also added in some parking spaces because here at high school, or like I don't know, is it high school here? They do have lots of parking spaces in front of the school. I also decided to add in a designated area to park the school bus. I know there's a school bus in front of the lot. But you know what? This school has 2 school buses because there are a lot of Sims going to school here, and one is parked there and one is parked, at the front. Also decided to make a few more parking spaces here on the side. I imagined these being like the teachers' parking spaces, and yes, I do know there are parking spaces right on the left side of the lot, but I like to implement them here in my build as well. So that is what I did. Yeah. That's basically it. Let me take a coffee sip, like real quick, before my coffee gets cold. Such a nice coffee. I'm drinking black coffee with a little hint of vanilla in there, which I think is delicious. So yeah, and then here starting with the basketball court. So at first I had the basketball court flipped. I'm turning it around right now. I never went to a basketball game in my life. I've never went there. I don't watch basketball, so I didn't know how the basketball court needed to face, and I actually had to Google it. But yeah, it's right now. Right now, it's you need like a little circle in the middle. So yeah, added in the basketball court, and I thought it would have been fun to add in a little bit of a seating area on the back of the basketball court, so that there is, is it called bleachers in English? I think, where your Sims can sit and root on their favorite game or favorite team. So yeah, I decided to make it with platforms and then heighten them with one step, and then adding in benches for your Sims to sit on. I did play test the benches. They can sit on a lot of spots. No, not all spots are functional, but they do sit on a lot of the spots, which I think is really nice. And at first I thought, let's do the what is those? Oh my gosh, I forgot the benches from Spade. That's it, the wooden ones. But then they felt a little bit too big, so I decided to go with the stone benches from Spade. Those are in width a little bit smaller, and it made more sense, and made it also more functional for your Sims to actually use it. So yeah, I added in the benches and also added in some fences to separate the rows a little bit better, and I think it looks really nice. I love how the seating area came together for my little basketball court. And I also decided to add in that very large scoreboard as well. I just thought that was really cute. So yeah, this is our little basketball court. Definitely a nice little touch, if you ask me, and it makes the build feel very unique and just a little bit different. So I like that. So let me take another coffee sip. Very, very good coffee. And then here doing the pathway leading up to the school. So that very large area will be like an outdoor seating area for your Sims. There we have the cafeteria. I am working with different kind of platforms because I liked that the interior is just not the same height, and that we have like different kind of heights going through. Here adding in the staircase. I wanted the stairs going up to the school to look a little bit more interested, so I'm just working with some shapes at the moment, and in the end we're going with this setup. I just thought it looked really nice. We're also gonna do a few outdoor seating areas. There's not only here on the platform, but over the entire campus. And I love the pathway that I'm using right now. That flooring that you're seeing is actually from the Greenhouse Haven kit, if I'm saying that correctly. I'm using a fair amount of kits in this build because there are a few that I really love, like the Greenhouse kit. I am using the Book Nook kit, the Modern Lux kit, and also the Desert Lux kits, and the industrial kit as well. So a fair amount of kits in this build and also a fair amount of packs in the build as well. Because like I said, I created this for my personal save. So I didn't restrict myself with packs and I just went all out and created what I liked. So here, like I said, a little seating area, some picnic benches, some normal benches, and also some bins are added in as well. Just liked the idea of having like a little garden area where your Sims can sit. And then here again in the cafeteria with the round tables. Just adding in some windows. It wasn't really working at this point for me. So I'm adding smaller windows. And yeah, that's it. I think we're almost gonna go inside. We're almost done with the exterior and we're gonna do like the classrooms and such. So here adding in some big windows so that's also we could look in that little hallway, have some natural light flowing through there as well. Again, adding in some picnic benches here for your Sims to sit. When I was playtesting this build, my Sims actually didn't use the picnic benches outside. They actually went and sit in the cafeteria. So I don't know, they are functional, but I don't know if your Sims will automatically use the picnic benches outside. But I just thought it was a fun little touch. And then here, as you can see, I added in the basement for the auditorium. This here is the bathroom. We're gonna have the headmaster's office like right there on the left side. And then the teacher's lounge on the back on the left. Yeah, that is basically what we're going with. And then here I wanted a design when your Sims walk inside of the school, because we have like this really large open area and I felt that we needed something on the floor, like a design, maybe a school logo, but I didn't know how to do a school logo on the floor. So I just decided to do something with the tiling that came with the, oh my gosh, the high school years pack. I always want to say the High School Musical pack, but it's not. It's the high school years pack. I just wanted some designs on the floor. I'm also doing a design here. The colors of the designs are gonna change. This design is also gonna change a little bit as well. So the shape is gonna be a little bit smaller. But at first I wanted to go with like a bluish color, but in the end I opted to go for a black instead. Also, the floor tiling, I'm now using like big gray floor tiling. I am gonna change that to like the desert luxe floor tiling. So yeah, I just did. I'm just experimenting with the color right now. I didn't really know what colors we're gonna use. Definitely knew I didn't want that blue color for, the seating for my Sims. Decided to go with like this salmon pink, I think looks really nice. And then I integrated the exterior walls into the interior walls. And then here we're gonna start with the art classroom, which I think looks really nice. And when I was place testing this lot, my Sims only used this classroom and I loved that. Is it because this was the first classroom that I've built? Maybe. But yeah, this is the only one that they use. The other classroom is just a normal classroom, which is also fine. But I loved that they used this one because I added in the easels and then also like the busts. So the idea behind that is that the Sims in this classroom are getting like art classes and they're painting and they're sculpting. I just really liked that idea. And I also decided to add in, some greenery into the classrooms and into the build. This is definitely, again, something that I always like to do in all my builds, add in lots of plants and greenery. Then here doing, some artwork on the wall. I tried to really, look for like artsy looking paintings to go on the wall. And then here, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, adding in some canvases, of course. Like, these are the canvases that maybe the art students are working on and they put them up on the wall. Yeah, I definitely like how the art room came together. Then here, this is the library. So for the library, of course, we're gonna go with the Book Nook kit. It's the best kit to use in a library, and I really wanted to use the high ceilings in this room, so I raised the platform down, as you can see. So we're all the way down, and I love this feeling of this really high ceilings with bookcases going from flooring to ceiling. Really nice. I did add in a little platform over here for like a little seating area, and then we're gonna have, I think I add in a fireplace as well, just to give that more luxury feel to our little library. I just thought it was fun. Definitely using the Book Nook kit and the Modern Luxe kit combined with Desert Luxe in this library. I'm always forgetting the name. I want to say bibliotheek, because that is the Dutch word for library. I always forget that. So yeah, I also added in some high tables for your Sims to sit on and maybe study, combining the dark grays the dark brown color with a little pop of color on the seating. I thought was a really nice start, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. I went with like that greenish blue color on the chairs. Then here, a comfy little seating area, again adding in more bookcases. And yeah, I think the final result is really nice. This is an area where you would love to study if this was your school. So when I went to high school, I actually didn't go to a school that looked this fancy. My school, again, was a very weird looking square, basically. And I actually studied, how do you call it in English? So in Dutch, it's netwerkbeheerder. So it's network beheerder in English. I don't know. But basically, I studied to set up networks in like businesses and such, like internet networks, file data transportation networks inside of offices. That is what I actually studied for. I did finish my studies. So I did graduate in that, but then not even 6 months, like 2 months later, I met my husband. I was 20 years old at that point. Just graduated. I met my husband, and then I moved to Belgium. So I never used my diploma. I never was a network beheerder. So I never did design the networks inside of offices, which is a shame, because I did love what I study. But when I met my husband, we moved to Belgium, and I just needed work fast, and I couldn't find anything in my field at that point. So I decided to go into retail instead. And I had some retail experience already from living in the Netherlands, because I did had some student jobs into retail. I also worked in various call centers as student jobs. So I had like a lot of customer service experience, and that's why I went into retail and never used my high school diploma, which is sad. But now, looking back, it's fine. At this point, I'm a customer service employee for IKEA, and I actually really love my job. I love doing it so much. So in the end, it didn't matter that I didn't use my diploma. But yeah, the school that I did went to was like really boring, just a square, and I wished it looked as good as this one did. We did have a cafeteria, with a bramladage in it. It's like a French fry, how do you call it? Like restaurants where they sell like French fries and burgers. But we also had like a sandwich express and they only sold sandwiches at school. It was the first school that I knew that had a bramladage in it. So that was really fun. I spent a lot of time there, even skipped some classes just to chill and hang out in the cafeteria. Yes, I don't ever tell this to my children that I skipped class, but I did do it occasionally with my best friend Samantha. Do I regret it now? Yes, I totally do. I should have never skipped my classes. But you know what? The last 2 years I was an adult. I was 18 years. So we actually could decide if we went to our classes or not. It was all up to us. My mother had no say in it whatsoever, and I don't think she really cared. She did really how do you call it? Just she trusted my opinion. So I never really had to go to my mom and say like, "Mom, I skipped school. I'm so sorry." She knew that I knew what I was doing, and she had, she supported my every decision, which I love. I have a very, very supportive mom. I really do. My father died when I was really young, so it was just me, my siblings, and my mom, and she always let us find our own way, find our own place in life. She supported whatever we wanted to do. She gave us advice, but she never pushed us to not be something we didn't want to be, which I love her for that. She was our cheerleader in whatever we choose to be. Which is great. So yeah, I have a very, very supportive mom that always trusted me, which I love. And I, sometimes I was a little bit naughty, but usually I did do the right thing in the end. So yeah, this is the second bedroom, not bedroom, classroom. That's it. And then here I'm just working with tool a little bit, adding in the boxes. So this is, like I said, the first classroom was like the artsy classroom, and this classroom is just a normal classroom where your Sims are probably gonna, I don't know, in my imagination, that is the classroom that they would use for maybe the game development side. Although if you were to study game development, I envision a classroom with like lots of laptops and such. But maybe the Sims carry their laptops in their bookcases and then they whip it out when they're gonna go into class or something like that. I mean, my oldest daughter uses a laptop for every class that she has except for PE, of course. They don't need a laptop for that. And for godsdienst, that is, how do you call it? Like religion class. I don't know if they have that in like America, but that is the class where they like Bible study. Oops. That's my that's my cup of coffee. She has Bible study at school as well, and they don't use laptops there, but they do have a dog named Pino that comes with the teacher every day. So that is really fun. She does love Bible study a lot because Pino is there. Although I think this year Pino didn't come because he's getting a little bit older. But the other years, Pino was there, and it was like her favorite class to go to. So yeah, what am I doing right now? Oh, I'm doing the waiting area for the parents, of course. We have the headmaster's office right here, and I thought let's add in like a little waiting area for the parents that need to come to school because one of their children was naughty. So that is what we're creating right now, the headmaster's office with the little waiting room outside, and then next door to this room is gonna be the teacher's lounge. So yeah, that's basically it for this section. I really wanted the headmaster's room to look very classy. You know, he's like a big shot headmaster. Everyone is afraid of him. He has a little bit of luxury going on in the office, which I love. And then here, starting with the teacher's lounge. So the teacher's lounge, I wanted to be very comfy and cozy. So I decided to add in a fireplace. We are going with very large sofas where the teachers can relax. They're getting their own little kitchen as well, because of course they're gonna maybe take in their own sandwiches and they need to place them somewhere. So yeah, they definitely have their own little kitchenette here in the classroom, or in the teacher's lounge. And then also a seating area where they can actually eat as well. I gave them a coffee machine and also a microwave as well, so that they can heat up the food that they bring from home. I mean, they can also eat in the cafeteria with, you know, the students if they like. But if you have a teacher's lounge like this one, would you eat in the cafeteria? I would not. I would sit by the fireplace and maybe drink a cup of coffee in my downtime and relax. Yeah, so I really like this area a lot. So at the end of the video, I do go through the build and add in more color through the walls and such, and more artwork, because this is a school of arts. At this point, we're just decorating the rooms and trying to figure out where everything needs to be. So some rooms at this point look a little bit bare, but when we're gonna go through the school in the tour that we have at the end of the video, you will see that everything is a bit more decorated and, you know, looks a little bit more lush and yeah, just better. Better in the end. I do add in more details later on, but at this point I just really wanted to map out all the rooms and add in all the items that I needed for all of the classrooms inside. So here we're finally upstairs and we're furnishing the computer room. That's it. So this is the room where the Sims are gonna do like the programming and such, and maybe the game development side of school. I decided to divide up the rooms in two sections. So the first section is gonna be all the computers, and then the second section is gonna be where your Sims are gonna play some chess, because I also love the idea of, you know, the Sims playing chess in their downtime at school. It is definitely something that I did with my best friend Samantha. We loved playing chess. We used to go to like chess school. When I was younger, I actually learned how to play chess in a chess school, which was really weird, but also very fun. And we did that together. And then we kept doing that, playing chess together whenever we had some downtime at school, and we always had a chess set with us, which was really fun. So I just thought adding in an area where your Sims can play chess at school would be very nice to have as well. So yeah, as you can see, the room is definitely taking shape. I decided to also add in some banners from the university expansion pack, because I don't know, it felt that was something that you would probably have in a high school. You know, this is the time that your Sims are preparing for university, and of course they need to make a choice. Do they want to go to Brightchester or the other university that I forgot the name from, Foxbury, that's it. So, you know, do they want to go to Brightchester? Do they want to go to Foxbury? They need to decide it here in their high school years, and that's why I added in lots of posters and banners, so to influence your Sim, you know, one way or another when they're studying. Here, adding in some I don't know how you call those, like basement windows, I think it's called, because I really wanted some natural light flowing into the basement where I'm building the auditorium at this point. So the auditorium, like I said, I definitely gotten from the high school musical. I just found it very fun to have an auditorium where your Sims could actually have like a drama club. And if you play with clubs from Get Together, you could actually have a drama club and maybe have them come together here in the basement in the auditorium. How fun would that be? I didn't play test that. I don't know if clubs will work on a school lot. Although, why not? Why won't it work? I don't know. But yeah, I just thought it was fun having an auditorium right here. So I decided to use these chairs. I don't know where these chairs are from. I think from the University expansion pack. Yeah, these are from the University pack. We're going for white chairs at the moment. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for my accent. At the moment, I am changing the color to something else later on because white just looked a little bit boring. And then here, starting with the stage. So for the stage, I definitely gotten a little bit inspiration from Google because I didn't really know how an auditorium should look, but it's definitely quite similar on what we have here in Belgium and in Holland. So I think that's good. I don't think it's called an auditorium here, but I have been to a few schools that does have like a designated area with a podium and curtains and such, where usually they do like the school plays or like they go an assembly, and then the headmaster will maybe give them some information. So yeah, definitely the same as in Belgium and Holland. So yeah, here you can see me change the color of the chairs. I just love this blue greenish color. What is the name of that color? Is it like appelgroen zeeblauw in Dutch? I don't know, aquamarine. It's a gorgeous color, and I thought, let's add that in. And then here I had the epiphany of adding in those tiles of celebrities in the flooring of the stairs. And the reason why I did this is because I also wanted to tie in Get Famous and maybe, you know, Torn. What is the name of that celebrity? Like Olivia and Torn. I don't know their last names anymore, but those Sims that are like famous in Get Famous, maybe they went to high school here. They were in the drama club and they met each other here. You know, they were like high school sweethearts before they got married. Torm Bailey. Is that his name? I don't know. Anyways, they got married, but they just, you know, they met each other here in high school. How fun would that be if that was their background story? And, you know, I decided to implement that here in the auditorium. I'm also adding in those tiles upstairs as well. So the Torn Bailey one, the Olivia one, and two other ones of famous Sims that we have with Get Famous. Yeah, I liked that idea a lot. And for the props, I'm actually using the Get Famous props, just scale them down a little bit and put them on the stage. And then here I'm, I just was effing around with the curtains. So yeah, here we're gonna go through the school, add in all our little detailing, like I said, adding in some more greenery, some more artwork. I'm also gonna go for some graffiti because I think in an art school, it's okay to use graffiti on the walls. I think that is something that they would probably ask a very talented student to do. It is also something that I had in my old school. We actually had a graffiti wall. And at that wall, one of the students actually gotten to add their graffiti. And every other year, I think, we changed out the graffiti and someone else could add in their art. So that was actually a really fun part of the school that I went to when I was younger. So yeah, I implemented it here in The Sims as well, a little bit of graffiti everywhere. So here I'm just going through, adding in more detail. We needed a bit more posters and such. And then also some Brightchester posters over here and some Foxbury posters. And then also adding in a little walkway to the front. So here at first I didn't have an exit there, but it didn't make sense that the hallway just stopped there and your Sims couldn't go outside. So decided to add in a door right there and then a pathway leading to the back of the building. And then another exit point for your Sims, which is important. Schools need to have multiple exit points. So yeah, that's what we did right here. Just added in a door with a little walkway. And then we're gonna do like a little bit more landscaping because it was looking a little bit bare on the exterior. Definitely was debating on maybe adding in a swimming pool as well, but then it didn't make sense for me personally. Here, the school that my daughter is gonna go to doesn't have a swimming pool. It doesn't also make sense to have a swimming pool in an art school. If it was like an athlete school, I probably would have done a swimming pool, although we also have a basketball court, but that is more for like PE and such that they're gonna use the basketball court, but the swimming pool was just a little bit overkill, so I decided to not do that and just do a little bit more landscaping on the sides of the building to make it look a bit more nicer. So here adding in a little planter with some some bushes and such, and I think that's it. We're almost done with the speed build portion of the video. I think we need to, of course, add in some windows in the toilets and then we only need to furnish like a little seating area. So upstairs, yeah, a seating area upstairs. Also changing the outdoor bins to the high school ones. So here I do a little seating area for your Sims. And then I think upstairs we have a little seating. Yeah, over here. We also have a little seating area as well where your Sims can just chill, relax, hang out with their friends, which I also think is really lovely. So that's it, you all, for the house tour portion not the house tour, for the speed build portion of the video. We're gonna end it here and then we're gonna hop into the house tour portion next. Okay guys, this is now the house tour part of this series and I'm gonna show you all the classrooms and little details that I've implemented. So very excited to show you all around. But of course, this is the front view of our Modern School of Arts. I love how this is looking from the front. We have our parking lot here to the side for the students and of course the school bus as well. Then when we go to the left side over here, we have another parking lot for the teachers, which I also think is a really cute touch. And then of course here we have our front door into our main school. So let's go through the front door, and the Sims actually do use the front door, which I think is really handy because I was kind of scared with all my exits. We have like 1, 2, 3. We have 3 exits here in the school, so I thought maybe they're gonna use another entrance, but no, they go through the door. But yeah, when we go in the hallway, we have this nice mosaic or something on the floor. 2-story high ceilings in the hallway with a little seating area. I also added in the speaker here on the wall, some prom pictures, or what is it, like advertisement for prom. And then the second story is right here. This is the hallway that leads to the auditorium and all of the classrooms. But let's start in the cafeteria first. So this is where we have our cafeteria. As you can see, the lunch lady is already done. I decided to do some graffiti here on the wall, a nice colorful backsplash in the cafeteria kitchen, and some Brightchester and Foxbury posters here on the wall as well from the different kind of, I think, groups that you can do. Then here we have our seating area in the cafeteria with lots of large windows. I kept the cafeteria kind of basic because I didn't want to, the gameplay to be like a little messy. So I kept it really clean. So yeah, this is the cafeteria. Then if we go this way, let me show you the furthest. Yeah, let me show you this this classroom first before we're gonna go into the other hallway. So this hallway over here, we have a library here on the left. As you can see, a very cozy looking it is large. It's not cozy, but it's luxurious looking library over here. So we have our large tables. We have some low tables, high tables, our little carts for our books over here. Then I added in a little seating area. If, maybe your sim would like to read in front of a fireplace in school, they can definitely do that here. And I think this looks really nice and luxurious. It's a very expensive school. You need to see it as that. This is not your typical normal high school. No, this is the high school for the modern, the wealthy and rich. So yeah, that's why they could afford a library like this one. We didn't even have a library in our school. So yeah, this is the library. Then going back in the hallway. Oops, we're gonna go through this door. And this leads into the art classroom. So there is a class in session, I think, right now. There was a fire drill at the moment. But yeah, this is the art class. As you can see, I added in some easels here. I think this looks really nice. I can already imagine a sim standing here. And they've actually, oh my gosh, they actually did paint on the easels. I didn't know that. I love that so much. They actually used the easels, which is really, really nice. But yeah, this is our art room. We also have, how do you call this? Skylights over here. And yeah, this is basically the arts class. Yeah. So yeah, let's go out of here. He's like looking up to the ceiling. I don't know why. But yeah, let's go through here because I skipped a door right here that leads into the bathroom. So this is one of the first or one of the 3 bathrooms in this building. So this is number 1. I just kept it very simple. Just, sinks and toilet stalls. Oops. Nothing fancy, it's just a bathroom and it's a school, so that's actually okay. Then going back around here, we have a hallway with many things going on. So first of all, we have our lockers over here. I added in, like I said, the tiles from Get Famous. So these are from all famous Sims that went to this school. The lockers are already a little bit decorated, which I like. I think this looks really nice. We have some, I don't know, like banners on top of them. And then here we have multiple doors. So let's go into this classroom first. And this is the second classroom on the campus. Again, we have some skylights over here and a nice spacious classroom. It's not as big as the last classroom, but I think big enough. I could fit in 8 Sims in here, which is really nice. And here is the board as well. So yeah, this is our second classroom. Then I have another toilet over here. I mean, I just thought it was handy to have a toilet right next to the classrooms. So this is a 4-stall toilet with some lighting. The other one had no exterior light, and then a few sinks as well. Then here we have the door to the auditorium and the teacher lounge and the headmaster's office. So here are some seating areas for the parents to wait for the headmaster, or for the children when they've been naughty and they need to, go into the headmaster's office. They can wait here as well. But yeah, this is the headmaster's office. We're going with the same vibe as the library, a very luxurious vibe. Love the floor to ceiling bookcase here as well, with the windows in between. I think that looks really cute. And yeah, this is the headmaster's office with all the certificates and the diplomas. Really, really nice. Okay, so let's go back through here. And then I'm going to show you the teacher's lounge. That's it. So the teacher's lounge is right over here. And when you walk in, you immediately see the kitchenette with the coffee machine, a little seating area where your Sims can eat their breakfast or their lunch. And then here an area where the teachers can relax and maybe read a book in between classes, which is really nice. So yeah, this is the teacher's lounge. Let's go back through here. And then we're going to go back in the hallway, and I'm going to show you the auditorium next. That is next on the agenda because that door is right over here. So when you walk through here, we have our basement entry. So let's go down the basement. Like that. I added in a little seating area over here because I didn't really know what to do with this. We have some natural light flowing through the windows. And then here we have another bathroom. So let me show the bathroom first, and then we're going to go into the auditorium. So again, basic bathroom, 2 stalls, some sinks, and I also added in a shower over here. 2 showers left and right. The reason why I added a shower is it could happen that your sim is dirty and they need to shower in between, and that's why I added that in. And then here we have our auditorium. Oh, I love the auditorium so much. I think this was so much fun. So, oh, there's actually a sim here. I like that. So we have our bleachers. No, not our bleachers. Our seating area over here going up the stairs. And then, let's imagine us being Sims. And we're sitting like here, right here in the back. How fun is this? So we have our own auditorium with our podium over here. So you can just look in here, and this is the podium. I like that. And then we have some staircases on the left and right side to go up the podium, which is really nice. So yeah, love that. So let's go back up the stairs like that. And then let's go back in the hallway. So let's go walk through our locker area. I love this hallway so much. It's my favorite hallway with the stones here, with the plaques from the Get Famous, and then the lockers that are decorated. I think is really nice. But yeah, let's go back upstairs to the other rooms. So we have a little seating area over here for just your Sims for hanging out and relaxing. And then I think this is our final room before we need to do the outside, and that is the computer room. As you can see, there's another sim here. All the rooms are occupied, which I think is really nice. Only the library, there was no one. But yeah, this is the computer programming, the game design room, the area where your Sims would probably build their skills. So yeah, this is our our computer room. And then this is the area where your Sims can play some chess. And you can see outside to the basketball court, which is really nice. So yeah, this is the upstairs area. I didn't want too much on the second floor because I didn't want my Sims to do things that they didn't need to do in the school area. So let's go back through here. So you can go through here. Let me show you this first. So you can go through here. And then we have, you know, a little bit of seating area over here with some picnic benches. And then you can walk here. We have our staircase leading down. And then we have another picnic area here on the left side, as you can see. And then we have our, what is this called? Our basketball court over here. And it's such a nice basketball. I really had a lot of fun creating this. And I love that it's functional. Your Sims can use this. They can play basketball here. They can sit on the bleachers, which is really nice. I love this so much. Definitely one of my favorite parts of the build is the basketball court. So yeah, that is basically it. We still have a little area over here where your sim can sit as well. And then this leads back into the building, as you can see, to where the art class is. So that is the entire school. I showed you everything. So let me show you the floor plan real quick. So this is the upper level, where we have the computer room. This is the first level, so library, art room, cafeteria, teacher's lounge, headmaster, toilet, second classroom, and then another bathroom over there. And then down here we have our auditorium. So yeah, this is basically how the school looks and how you would play with it. This is how it would play on the second floor. And this is where we have our basketball court. So that's basically it, you all. I'm hoping that you enjoyed this tour and the speed build. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see me build next. And hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.